Hey, what is up guys? GuitarRock here, welcome back to another Brown Dust 2 video. Alright, I'm a bit late to this, but if you guys are not aware, there's a new item added in the shop right here. So this is going to be an exclusive item that I think a lot of players are wondering, is it worth getting? Alright, is it worth buying? Especially when you come right here in the Golden Thread shop, you have the access to now a new ticket called the Property Selective Draw Exchange ticket. So this is going to be a very unique ticket. So what is this ticket all about? If you notice carefully on top of the ticket, you can see the elements of each of the elements in the game, right? Fire, wind, water, light and dark. Alright, dark and light. So you can basically see this is going to be sort of like a selector for you to basically use for costume property selective draw. Now, this thing costs 1,200 golden thread compared to this thing, which is like literally a selector that costs 1,600. So the selector, this is going to be very good for veteran players, obviously, right? So you are looking to upgrade your character. You're looking to upgrade Sherazade, for example. You can use 1,006 and you can basically upgrade this particular costume from +3 to +4 or +2 to +3 depending on yours, right? So this is going to be a much more better option for most players. Alright, for most players, this is just there's no reason to get this one unless you have enough resources to buy both every month, which most people don't really have, because this is going to depend on, it does depend on how much you pull every month, right? Because golden thread is something that you get you know, when your costume is maximally enhanced, and also when you get dupes for some of the 4 stars etc. So that's going to be something to consider. You don't really just randomly have plenty of golden threads unless you do lots of pulls. Now if you do lots of pulls, then sure, you might be able to buy both of these. But for most, I would say intermediate players, this is where it's going to depend, right? You can only choose to buy only one. I don't think you can buy both this one and this one every month. Alright, I don't think you will have enough. If you do have spare, you should also consider getting the Tear of Goddess, which can also help you to improve your character's strength with the potential liberation right now. And also there's draw tickets right here, and also there's a featured character right here, right? So the Dark Knight later. So there's lots of things to buy. So realistically, for most normal players, there's no way you can buy this, buy 3 of these, and also buy a costume and selective enhancement and a property selective draw, and also enough to buy draw tickets every single month. It's just impossible. Alright, let's just step back, yeah? Do a little bit of thinking and consider yourself, you know, like, need to judge properly which one is going to be the priority for you. So let me just buy this and show you guys a little bit first, because if I don't buy this, it will not be available right here. Basically, it will open up a new what is that? It will open up like a new draw similar to this one. This one is like a wish list system, like a selective draw kind of thing. And then you have the draw gears, and then you have the UR exclusive gear and SR exclusive gear. So first things first, I will show you guys, you know, and then we're gonna talk about it. Like, I will buy this, sacrifice my account, boom, 1,200. Okay, so 1,200, I just got one of that. So now if I go to the draw, I believe now you can see I have the option for the property selective draw. Now, this is going to basically guarantee you a 5-star, right? You're guaranteed a 5-star costume for sure, but you cannot choose. It's going to be, you can only choose the property. So for example, if I choose water type, it will be between these 3, right? You can see. You can literally see the probability. Sherazade, 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 Sylvia, 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 Therese, Rafina, Rafina, Glacia. So I have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 characters. 10% of each. So you don't really choose which one you want. You don't choose which one you can get, right? So you are simply gambling at this point. Now if you love gambling, by all means, go ahead. But for most players, like most players, I would say this one is going to be more worth it, because you just straight up get that costume upgraded that you want. The downside to this one is you can only buy costumes that you already own, right? This one is used to upgrade. So for example, if you already have this Jessia, you can upgrade her to +1. If you already have Austin, you can upgrade him to +1 or +2 or +3. If you don't own the costume yet, you cannot choose them from the costume selective enhancement. So there's both pros and cons for this, right? But in most cases, upgrading costumes is going to make more sense. Unless you are new, then maybe you want to gamble to get certain character that you want, right? So let's have a look at the best option for a lot of players right now, right? I also want to give you guys a little bit of perspective. So for for water type, let's just start off with water type first, probability. Shiraza's costume is going to be pretty good. Unfortunately, Shiraza's costume, you don't really get the limited costume, which is the swimsuit Shirazad. So that one you cannot get. Remember, limited costumes are not included, so I always want to put that on the emphasis, that you cannot get costumes that are limited. For example, this costume right here, right? So for me, if I pick water type, I'm sort of risking it because I have this this one you can't get, alright, this is fine. But I already got this costume, codename S, at +5, right? So what if I get this again? What if I get super unlucky, I gamble in, and I get it, this particular one again, right? So I'm like putting a risk right there compared to a lot of the other elements. Like if I get this, cool, I can upgrade this to +4. If I get this one, I can upgrade this to +1, right? So again, this is something that you have to be really, really careful with, right? If you are gambling right here, you also want to like be careful. If you have one element, for example, the fire one, you have plenty of fire characters already +5, you probably should look carefully and be like, should I even consider it, right? Because at that point, it's super risky. So for this particular one, I don't think I have any of the Lathel's costume at +5. I don't have any of the Rubia costume at +5. Letri's costume, I don't think I have any at +5. Alec, I don't think he's that good right now, right? Sadly, because Alec is a little bit, he's a little bit behind just that, in my humble opinion, in terms of fixed damage, right? For sure. Now, Rubia and I believe Rubia and Leatrice, both are very, very strong. Anastasia are also very strong characters as well for fire type. Now, as for wind type, let's see. You have the options right here. You can always look. Gray's costumes are all here. Alright, Austin's costume are here as well. Of course, you have Diana's costume, Leklis, and Dalvi and Zenith again. So all the costumes are listed right here, so you can look carefully which one you don't have. For the light type, we can see we got Justia. Keep in mind, this is only 5-star, alright? There's no 4-star right here. Yuri's costume, Angelica, Ventana is here as well, which I don't have. And then we have Grand Hill there. And then if you go to the dark type, there's Ro costume. Keep in mind, Ro has one limited costume that can only be obtained during the half anniversary, right? The Ro, the one that the damage dealer that you get for free up to +5. Same goes for Eclipse. She also has one costume that's limited, so you can't get that anymore. Same goes for Celia. Alright, she also has one costume that you cannot get anymore. So it is limited between all of these, and you can see the percentage to get a specific one is 9.09%. Now, with that being said, is this a good ticket to buy, right? I literally just sacrificed my account to show you guys. I would say for most players that are, if you've been playing since day one, probably this is not really that good, alright? You should be saving for the other one, the costume selective enhancement, because that straight up just upgrade your characters, and there's less risk, less gamble involved, right? This one just straight up, like I said, boom, you can choose which one you want, +1 them or +2 them. Now this one is cheaper, yes, but you are at the end of the day gambling. You cannot choose what you want. Now is that really going to be worth it, right? So yeah, it is going to be a factor for sure. With that being said, for me, if I pick the water one, it's super risky because like if I look at this, I do have Sherazad, this particular costume, no, this one, the codename S, I have this at +5. So if I get another copy of that, it will be unfortunate. It does convert to golden thread, right? You do get more golden thread, but it's still, you want to get the best out of your resources, right? The Sylvia costume will be nice. Same goes for the Therese. However, it doesn't include the current Therese, the new schoolgirl Therese, the one that gives buff. That's also very good. You can probably wait it out a little bit if you want to wait that to be added inside here, right? And then you can see Rafina's costume, and Glacia doesn't include the Glacia schoolgirl because currently, at the time of me recording this video, the Glacia schoolgirl costume banner is still running. So it doesn't include a character that currently their banners are running. So you gotta wait for them to be added to the standard banner first, after the banner ends, if they are not limited, right? So with that being said, super risky, alright? So I'm thinking either The fire one would be less risky, but then there's Alec, which I don't really need his costume, and same goes for Alice as well. So unfortunately, those two I'm not going to need as much. So I'm going to try to gamble a little bit on the water one. I basically have 1 out of 10 chance that I will be unlucky, and 9 out of 10 chance that I will be lucky. So hopefully I beat that 90%. So with that being said, let's go. Let's gamble a little bit and see what do I got. Okay, so it is guaranteed to be a 5-star. There's no way for you to know who that is going to be. Hopefully it's not Shirazad. It's Sylvia. Yes, okay, this is the one that I want. Very good. Okay, so I got lucky right there. My gamble pays off, I guess. But you guys might not be the same. Keep in mind. Alright, this is, you're literally gambling right here. Alright, just because I'm lucky doesn't mean you will be as well. So if you want to gamble, at least gamble smartly, alright? Gamble in the property that you know that there's a lot of character, there's a lot of, you know, element of that particular character that you haven't maxed out yet. If you have plenty of dark type characters at +5 right now, for example, you might not want to gamble right there in the dark type, right? So just a very straightforward basic thing. Now, is this going to be worth it overall for new players? I would say probably. Yeah, if you're new, this could be worth it, right? Looking to get a bunch of characters, you can try to gamble a little bit. But for a lot of veteran players, probably not. Probably not, because the return is kind of little, and you're better off just, you know, getting what is this? On Arthur's exclusive gear. You're just better off buying the other things, right, on the shop. But hey, that's going to be my perspective. Let me know what you guys think overall. I do think that, you know, giving players the option for this property selective gear is going to be very, very useful. Maybe not now, but maybe in the future, right? Like, I can imagine if this game is going to last for 2 or 3 years, right? There'll be more and more and more and more characters added to the pool. So new players that come, they join in the 1st anniversary or 2nd anniversary, they join later, right? Not everyone starts Brown Dust 2, you know, recently. Like, some of them might start later on during 1st anniversary. They'll be like, oh, this character is huge, I like it. Just like how many of you guys joined during the Eclipse banner because she was huge. And, you know, it's more for those players, I think, rather than for the current players that have been playing since day one, right? So yeah, hopefully this is going to be a useful enough guide. It does really depend on you as a player, if you see the value right there. But for most veteran players, like I said, you know, going for the other one is going to be better, the 1600 one. Alright, so that's going to be it for this video. Subscribe, give this video a like. I'll see you guys again very, very soon. Have a nice day. Goodbye.